Alright, so at surface value, this week's update looks a little bit questionable, let's say. No, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It looks horrible. But I think it's interesting. Now, don't get it twisted. I said interesting, not good. Now, let me tell you what they got. So, new Cestus, Gaunts of Enmity. They drop from Enmity. It's just like a direct upgrade from Flamekeeper, and it's more expensive. Don't use it, it's butt cheeks. It has no crit. Next, two new torso equipments. Fault of Enmity and Threadwork Kilt. Now here's what they look like. Here's the Fault of Enmity. Funny little pantaloons. I think they're ugly. And here's the Threadwork Kilt. It's just a kilt. What did you expect? Now, the interesting part, right? So, the following weapons got 1, a new model, and 2, a new crit, which is a unique crit. So the weapons are Knight Axe, Kanor Fang, Vigil Longsword, which is the one I'm most excited for, and Nemet Sickle. Now, the rest you probably don't care about, so I'm going to talk about that later, but let's talk about these crits. Show them the Knight Axe crit. Alright, so that was a Knight Axe crit. As you might have noticed, or you might not have noticed, it does proc Shadowcast talents, and it does steal a bit of ether on hit. I'm going to go ahead and say this weapon it's mid. You know, it's not good or bad, because it does proc Shadow talents, which is nice. It does steal ether, even though it's a little bit, it's still nice. But the knockback does, you know, it kind of prevents you from being able to take advantage of the stun from the crit. So I wouldn't use it, but it's not exactly bad. Now, let's play the next one, which is going to be Kanor Fang crit. That was the Kanor Fang crit. No comment. It's just a cool dagger crit. Here's the Nemet Sickle crit. No comment. It's just Nemet Sickle crit. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but that's it. Now, the big boy, the Vigil Longsword crit. Show him the Vigil Longsword crit. Now, that crit might not look good to you, but here's where it gets spicy. Here's where it gets interesting. That crit that you saw, it has a 3-second cooldown, so you can spam it. It has good spam ability. Second of all, it has a slower windup than the base sword crit, or than most sword crits do. Now, maybe that doesn't sound like it means anything to you, but to me, you know what that sounds like? Bajinga! More mix-up! That's what it sounds like to me. More mix-up for medium. That's amazing. I'm gonna love that. And the third thing, it does high posture damage. Pardon me. I'm not cutting that out. It does high posture damage. So, if you put stone on this thing, it's probably an instant guard break. I'm gonna be spamming the living daylights out of that, and I won't be making a build for it if you're interested. Lumber Axe deals damage. Don't ask me, I don't know. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, you guys have a good one, and subscribe, and keep an eye out for that longsword crit video. The longsword, Vigil Longsword build. Jesus Christ, I can't.